hardware startup, Shenzhen is the number one city in the world. There is no other city in the whole world where there are more startup registered per minute.
Okay, so next question. So what do you think about Shenzhen and the hardware startups in Shenzhen?
I think Shenzhen is the place to be for developing a product, because this is where you can find all the supply chain resources manufacturing to make it happen. If you're talking about software startups, I think it's developing, it's starting to come, but it's not very big, not nearly as big as Silicon Valley. But hardware startups, Shenzhen is the number one city in the world. There is no other city in the whole world where there are more startups registered per minute. If it's about hardware startups, so that creates an ecosystem of like-minded people. So this is not even about if you're going to succeed or not. This is just the place where you find the like-minded people, the community from which you can have so much benefit, because whatever you get out of the community is usually it's free. It's like family. It's going to a club. It's part of your daily life, and it's valuable information because it comes out of first-hand experience. It's not hearsay information.
Yeah, precisely. Because my first experience of Huaqiangbei is I just walk around, and then you will see a lot of different malls with different levels, and each level there's so many different booths, and they sell like different components and stuff. So it's quite chaotic. You really need somebody. So that's my conclusion. You really need somebody. So even if you go to those places and you just ask for materials, they might, you have to, talk to them about pricing and everything. So you really need a guy, somebody who knows the area before you get into it. Yeah. So your biggest space is a good place.
Huaqiangbei is both a wonderful place and a nightmare. In the sense of the chaotic, non-structured things.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you actually don't know who is a manufacturer and who is a trader. I mean, we tend to know or have ways to find out. And I mean, sometimes, for your prototype, working for a trader is fine. But when you want to prepare for mass production, you have to make sure that you're getting the exact same components what you build your prototype on as the components what you will use for the mass production. Because if let me tell it like this: if you're building a car and you're building it on the engine of a Volkswagen, and then you start mass producing and you're putting in an engine from another brand, then it's just not the same product. And the same with electronics. If you start mass producing and you start placing an order for a couple of million of components and they are different from the original, they might be not as good as you thought, because they have the same model number, the same specifications, but it's just a different product. So it's really important that you learn how to select your suppliers, how to vet and assess your suppliers, and make sure that the components what you use for prototyping are identical to the ones what you use for mass production.
Yeah, precisely.